Hey there, everyone. Pup Twigs here. Just wanted to welcome everyone to the next episode of Unleashed. And we've got three pups that are from Jamestown, Missouri. If you guys would like to, each one of y'all introduce yourselves real quick.
Hey, I'm Pyro, aka Alpha Pup Pyro.
Have the photog dog.
Storm.
All right, awesome. So, how are you three doing this great Saturday evening?
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
well,
All
I'm
right.
still
Well,
breathing.
hey, let's just dig right into it. I want to go in and kind of talk to each one of you all. The first time I've had three on a video before, but thinking about all three of you guys, have you all been into the pup community, pup play for a long time?
I've been in the community for going on 6 years.
Going on 6 years?
Yep.
Uh, what about you, Pup Pav?
I've kind of identified since 2019, but then I really only got involved in 21 or 22.
Okay, okay. And Pup Storm?
Probably 22 I started, but I really got involved into it in 23.
Okay, all right. Does each one of y'all have a designated what we call a pup born date, or you just kind of pick a year and that's when you
I
started?
guess you could say February 8th, 2022.
Okay,
I'd say mine is, I'd say that mine just is, it doesn't really, my pup side doesn't really have a date when it was born.
okay, and that's okay. Some don't.
Mine is 2017.
2017. There we go. All right, all right. So, have you all looked into the what they call the pup certificates? Have you gone that deep into it at this point?
Mm, I've never heard of it.
I haven't
So,
either.
it may not be easy to see and everything, but you can go to it's pupopedia.com and you can actually go in and key in your information on it, and then they will download a certificate with your pup name. You have a certificate number, everything on it. And if you want to reach out to me, if you can't get it, just PUPOPIDA, I believe, .com, and you can print off you a pup certificate.
Yep, I got it. It's pulled up.
All right. So, what made you guys want to get into the pup community, the pup play piece of it? What made it interesting to you?
Um, I am in a I'm in a different community that's got a lot of crossover, and
Uh-huh.
it I've seen pictures and it's like, hey, that looks fun. Seeing the different pups doing some different activities, and it was. I thought it looked fun. I thought it looked like something I wanted to try out, and so I tried it out, and it's been
Oh, and you liked it.
yep, love
What
it.
about Pup Pav?
Um, I guess I got into it after I discovered it in college, and I just I like the aesthetic and I liked playing around with it, so I rolled with it.
Uh-huh. Okay. And Pup Storm?
I'm also in another community, and then I discovered this, and I've made some good friends with it. I like the fellowship. I like going with the different activities that there are. So,
All right. Well, good. Well, has has there been anything difficult for any of you all getting into the pup play or the pup community?
I'm so sorry. Could you say that again?
Yeah, has there been any kind of difficult part of being a pup?
oh,
So, if I could say my two parts, my 2 cents, I think it's finding how to get into that headspace because it represents so many different things to so many different people. And so, for
Right.
example, like I really only started getting into kind of my headspace when I started looking into like mindfulness and really getting into the moment.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't know. I guess it's just, figuring out what the headspace looks like for you, which I guess, falls into just self-discovery
Hey,
for me.
we've got another pup that is trying to get into the group. Expresso.
Is he trying to get on the call?
Yes.
Let me see real quick here. There we go. So yeah, while he's joining, either one of the other two want to share if there was anything difficult about getting into the pup community for you?
Hell, I can't think of anything difficult
No?
about getting into it. Actually, hey Pav, can you take the mouse and click on the Word document and see if I have anything written down for that? Because I looked through
There we
everything.
go.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Can you hear us okay?
I can see it.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Oh, awesome. No, what was your pup name?
Espresso.
It's all right. We got 4 of them here now. That's good. So let's think with the 4 of you guys. Is there anything that you would want to change about the pup community?
I, I'm very, I mean, I love what I've gone to. The hardest thing for me is where I live. There doesn't seem to be a good pup community. And I wish it was more in the urban settings as well. But I managed to get around, let's put it that way, and managed to go to events.
Okay, and that's what I hear a lot of pups, because depending on where you're from, it may not be easy finding
Right.
other pups or
Some
events.
places are more conducive, I guess you could say, have more activity. Where I am, unfortunately, that isn't the case. But I managed to get to events, and so I actually went to an event this February at a bar PM in St. Louis, and I had my best birthday ever being a pup.
Oh, good. Pyro, what about you? Anything you're kind of okay with everything at this point?
Yeah, I would like to make it easier for pups to find each other. And then I also know that some of us are kind of cliquey. I'd like to make it a little easier for pups to find each other and communicate, outside of their pack.
Oh, I agree. I agree with that. So I know this really wasn't one of the questions, but I've noticed that everybody has a different color hood. Is there any significance to the color that you have on?
For me, brown goes well with my I like to say my favorite color is camo, and the brown goes with more different kinds of camo than say, yours. If I was wearing a different type of camo than what it has, it just doesn't look. So
Agreed.
I just found it goes better with different stuff. Or like I've got a blue hood that I wear for the little pups, the little space stuff.
Okay.
So,
I kind of splurged, as Pyro knows. I actually have about 10 colors. And for me, I like the variety, and it just depends on what mood I'm in. Like right now, I've actually got 2 colors with me. I've got the hunter green and I've got an orange.
Okay. All right.
does the hood color significant?
Oh, no, not really. I just like pink.
Good enough. What about, I see now we have two on that have red masks or hoods. What, any significance behind the red color?
Yeah, red and black have always been my favorite color scheme. Red looks good with red looks good with latex, and red looks good with leather. So I'm into both of those. So that's why I chose this color.
Awesome. I agree. I love the color red. That's my favorite color as well. What about our other pup that just joined us?
For me,
Go
it's
ahead.
also just I like the color red, but the red and black and traditional hanky coat, if I remember correctly, also sometimes I mentioned bear and jack.
Okay, okay. And then I think we still have, is it Pup Zero trying to connect video wise?
I don't have my hood on. I'm driving home from work,
Oh,
so I don't
that's
have
okay.
mine.
We can hear you though. That's the main thing.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, you can see me. I just don't
Hey.
have my hood on.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. So how are you today?
Oh, I'm doing better.
Well, you be careful driving and talking at the same time, all right? So let's
I'm
go
not looking
around.
at the phone. I'm looking up at the road.
What kind of hobbies does everyone have on here?
I like travel and photography.
Travel and photography, okay?
I like being outside. I like working on my trucks, and building stuff. It doesn't quite matter what it is, if it's Legos or trucks or welding or just like building stuff, visualizing,
Okay, good.
making it tangible.
And hiking, that's another one of my favorite outdoor activities that I really love.
Just being outside.
Yep, hiking,
right.
especially in the mountains.
Okay. What else?
Probably my big one is photography, and I do a lot of wildlife and portrait photography mainly. I also work for my school's marketing department.
Oh, nice.
Just doing event photography. So yeah.
Okay. What about other three there? That's
For me, it's mainly performance, since not only am I a pup and member of the leather community, I'm also a drag queen.
oh, nice, nice.
I
So
too am
that's
also a
good.
drag queen. So do
Very
that.
cool.
I like streaming.
Yes.
Playing video games and stuff like that. And I do stand-up comedy occasionally.
Okay, okay. And our person driving?
For me, it's like I like just exploring and like traveling to new places because I've been so many new places in the last year, and it's always good to go out and see like what they have to offer.
Okay. Now
I just
know.
I just I don't care about being in the car. I'll drive for hours.
Yes. Okay. Well, I know we mentioned Jamestown, Missouri, and everything. Is there a pack or a community of pups in the Jamestown, Missouri area, or do you have to travel a ways to be able to socialize with other pups?
Jamestown, Missouri is close to St. Louis.
Okay.
I'm about 40 minutes from St. Louis, and St. Louis has an awesome community of pups. They pretty much welcome me with open arms. I've had, very positive experiences with the St. Louis scene. There's pups, all over, scattered all over. And having, we've got Bar PM in the area, which we're going to go to later. They've given us a place to openly express ourselves, a safe place, and yes.
Do they have
Yes.
do they have events going on there for the pup community that you can go to at times?
Yes.
Good. All right. What do you, if you want to call some of them out? What are some of the events that they do there, and where do they do them at?
Puppy Love was an event. It was a fundraiser, and that was February 8th of this year.
Okay.
And they're actually having an event at April 29th called Lobo, which is lights out, bark on,
Barks out. Barks
or
out.
bark out.
Oh, very cool. Very
Yes.
cool. So, if any of you all want to jump in, if there was somebody coming into the community that was new to the pup community and they were interested in it, what kind of advice would you want to give them?
Don't spend a lot of money on gear right off the bat. You don't need a gear. You do not need gear to be a pup, unless you're pulling someone's tail, which don't do. Then you don't need gear to be a pup. It's all headspace. It's all minds. It's all up here.
Okay.
So, if you're just starting out, don't let the lack of gear intimidate you. And just if you can find another pup to participate with, especially a more experienced one, just watch what they do, learn from what they do, and have fun. That's all it is. Just have fun.
Just have fun.
Be-
Okay.
And be yourself.
If I had to offer someone any advice, I'd say remember to just keep track of who you are, I guess. Just remember who you are and just keep your bearing, keep your wits about you, and just, remember to maintain healthy boundaries.
Okay.
I would.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I would say, like he said, just know who you are, and like the other one said, you don't have to have a bunch of hoods at one time. I went wild myself because I couldn't decide which color I liked, but and then have fun with it. I mean, I would say the important thing is to, meet. I've enjoyed meeting other people with it, having fun, and enjoying the activities.
Totally agree, and everything. So, think about, I know I mentioned to Pyro that I have each person that jumps on the call to leave a question for the next pup that comes on, and I've got a question, and the good thing is I got 6 pups here that could answer it, and everything. But this actually came from Pup Panics, Pannox, from Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay.
And it's not really to do with the pup community, but it's a great question to ask. He says, what is something that you thought you knew, but later found out you were wrong? And I'll let you think about that for a minute because it's kind of in depth. But what is something that you thought you knew, but later found out that you didn't or that you were wrong with?
I can answer that if that's okay.
Sure, sure.
So one thing I thought I knew is that puppy play was all about people got a sexual satisfaction out of it always, and that's absolutely not true. And I absolutely know that now. It's more about, kind of freeing your mind and freeing your headspace in order to just kind of be someone else. And it's therapeutic for a lot of people. And it's therapeutic for me personally. I like when I slip into my hood, I become someone else entirely than the day-to-day working person that, I am 24/7. So being able to put on a hood and just kind of like become something else, more primal, more just something. It's a different spirit that kind of comes inside me whenever I get into a pup hood. That I didn't think would come just from me slipping on a piece of neoprene.
Yes, I totally agree with that. So I'm going to jump it back to Alpha Pup Pyro. Have you thought of a question that you want to leave for the next person that I interview on the next podcast?
God, it's hard to top the one that we just asked. Do you like belly rubs or boops better?
What was that again? I'm sorry.
So do you like the belly rubs or the nose boops better?
Oh, that's a good one to ask.
Yeah.
So I will get that one down, and that'll be the question for the next one that I interview, which I believe is going to be next Thursday from Australia and everything. But any parting words from any of the six of you all?
Don't be afraid to be yourself, express yourself, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
I would agree with that. Be yourself. Don't be afraid to express yourself. Have fun. Enjoy the moment. As Pyro knows, I wear my hood everywhere. I've worn it in restaurants. I've worn it in gas stations. I wear it driving. I mean, for me, it's just a totally different space than when I don't have it on.
You wore it on the plane too.
Yes, and I wear it on planes.
Oh, good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, if I had to say any parting words, I'd say just try and remember to also just show love to the person behind the mask, because there's a human.
Yeah.
There's a person, there's a complex person behind all these masks.
Yes, agreed.
My parting words would probably be the first piece of advice that I gave to my puppy when he became my puppy, which is being a pup is what you make it. You don't need gear or anything extra, just whatever you think it means to be a pup and what you make it is how you'll be a pup.
All right. Yes.
Also, just because you're a pup does not mean you need to find an alpha or find a beta.
Yeah.
You can be what is it? A stray and still have just as much fun in the pup community as you can with an alpha or a handler or being an alpha yourself.
Can I get an woo for all my strays?
You what?
Can I get an woo for all my strays?
A roo?
A woo? A woo?
I am one. I don't need an alpha. I don't need a handler. I'm
That's
enjoying it the way it
basically
is.
what I am as a stray. I guess you could say I'm pretty much by myself. But
I prefer lone wolf.
yeah,
There
that's
you
a good
go.
term for it.
I have my own motivations, I think, but
Yeah.
I'm loyal.
Well, I just want to take the time to thank each and every one of you all for just taking the time to come on and be a part of this, because this has been an awesome conversation for me. And I hope it's been worth your time coming on as well, because I think the exposure to to our pup community, especially a positive part of it, is something that we need. And I just want to thank all six of you all for spending the little bit of time that we get to spend here and do this. The three that came on late, don't leave. I'm going to stop the recording in a minute, but I still want to talk to you. But I just want to, wish everyone a great Saturday night. If you're going out tonight, be safe and everything. But I will see you guys soon.
Okay.